Hey up everybody, Magpie Gaming here and welcome to your weekly news roundup for Destiny 2, Episode 3. So in this episode we have news about more intelligent enemies coming in Destiny 2, content that will and won't be in the beta, changes to DLC drops to prevent content droughts, we get a first look at the farm, the new social space within Destiny 2, news about the first raids that will be added to the game, further news regarding the raids within the game as to how they will play and how they're trying to make them a place that people can believe in, a look at some of the artwork from within the game that's being put out there at the moment, and last but not least a look at the beta launch trailer. So first up, looking at the more intelligent enemies within Destiny 2, and project lead Mark Noseworthy has explained that enemy behaviour within Destiny 2 will be greatly increased and changed from that was within the first game. He's saying that they've decided to create the characters from the ground up to make them more intelligent, adding better AI to them so that they're not just going to be cannon fodder within this game, you're actually going to have to think about how you combat them and how you approach them. So they're looking to switch up the combat that you will face within the game. It's not just going to be a point and shoot from a distance, there's going to be a lot of melee combat put into this game, going to be placed into situations where your only option will be to melee combat, and you're going to have to pick and choose your strategy for taking on the enemies within the game. So whilst there is going to be some cannon fodder within the game, there are also going to be enemies out there that are going to be looking to take you on in a more intelligent and divisive way. So this should make for better combat situations within the game and overall a better gaming experience. Next up we've got news regarding the beta, and you can see the trailer for the beta in the background. This has just recently been released, and although you're only going to have a couple of days with which to play the beta, it seems that that's all you will need considering the content that's going to launch with the beta. So first off, the complete opening story mission is going to be included in the beta. You will no doubt have seen footage of this whereby you watch the tower get destroyed and you have to fight the first wave of the red faction. The strike, the inverted spire, is also going to be included within the beta, and the crucible will be included as well with 2 competitive multiplayer modes. Although one of those modes, control, is coming over from Destiny 1, but instead of 6 players per team this time it will simply be 4 players per team. And the new mode countdown is to be included as well, and this is an attack defend mode in which players have to try and plant a bomb at one of 2 sites and the other team has to defend and defuse that bomb. Players will also get a look at the farm, which is the social space within Destiny 2, although this is only going to be open for 1 hour, which seems an odd thing to do. I would assume that it would be there all the way through the beta, but apparently it's only going to be open for an hour. So whilst this beta seems pretty stripped back from what we've had before, especially with the first game when there was a beta for that, there was a lot more content then, we are still going to get to grips with the real nitty gritty of this game and you're going to get into it. You know, there's not a lot of content there, but at least there's some. It's better than nothing. I personally would have liked to have seen a little bit more content added than this, but as I say, it's better than nothing. Next up, we're going to take a quick look at how Activision is going to tackle content droughts within Destiny. And this is something that was noted from the first Destiny game, that content was trickled out, but the community wanted more, a lot more, and a lot quicker. So this time around Activision has brought 2 of their in-house dev teams onto the Destiny 2 team. So basically there are going to be 3 in-house dev teams working on post-launch content for Destiny 2. Now there are DLC content releases planned for the game, although it seems that there may be other releases coming too. I would expect that maybe new maps, new strikes and things like that will be added as we go along. Whether these will be free to the vanilla gamers or it will be a season pass holders only, I'm not too sure right now, but they're definitely looking to make the post-launch a more enjoyable experience for people and bring the content to you faster. Next up we get our first look at the farm within Destiny 2. Now this is the new social space that replaces the social space that was at the tower, and at any one time 26 players can be running around the farm. Now the farm is going to be located in the European Dead Zone on Earth, and it looks a little bit more grounded in reality. The tower is very futuristic and sci-fi looking, whereas the farm is a little bit more of what we're used to from everyday life. It will of course include familiar vendors like the Postmaster and Cryptarch, as well as including new vendors for people to interact with. So take a good look, people, because this is where you will be calling home for quite a while within Destiny 2, and I think it looks really good. Next up, we're going to be looking at the first raid that will be added to Destiny 2, and we touched on this in the previous weekly update, and basically Luke Smith, the game director, has said that the first raid will launch within 1 week of the game releasing, which is similar to what happened in the first game. He says he can't give an exact date, but it will be sometime within the first week of the game launching, and this is expected to be the same for the PC release. The game will come out and a fixed number of days later the first raid will drop for the game. Again, no fixed dates given, but I don't think we'll be waiting long for that. And talking of the game's first raid, the game director Luke Smith has teased some information regarding the raid, and he said that the central theme of each raid will be a heartbeat. Not quite understanding what he means by that, but he did have a big hand in developing the game's first raid, the Vault of Glass, back in 2014, and he says that they want to make the raids places that people can believe in, that they can believe could be real, and that he wants all of the raids to include moments of glorious combat. So again, not giving much away about the raid, but it looks like they're definitely putting a lot into these and trying to make them a great gaming experience. Next up, we're just going to take a look at some of the artwork to Destiny 2, and this is to be added to the art portal, which is available on their website. I will put a link in the description below, and basically they're adding artwork from the game as and when they can, and this allows people to look at this, and let's say you're a cosplay person, you could now get these and download them and create your own cosplay costumes based on the artwork that's shown, and at the same time it gives gamers an insight into some of the costumes and setups that you can see within the game and expect from it upon release. So first up, we've got a Warlock costume, we've then got a Titan costume, and then a Hunter costume. And that is all the Destiny 2 news I have for you this week. We're getting tantalisingly close now to the beta, so I would expect that once that does drop, there will be an absolute flood of content on YouTube regarding the game and what you can expect from it. So I can't wait for that. I am still a little bit peeved that us PC players have got to wait a little bit longer, but I do take solace in the fact that we will get the better version of the game once it releases. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.